The largest gas station chain in the US, Exxon Mobil, with a revenue of $286 billion and 71,000 employees, it's dominating that part of the market right now. As of 2022, the US gas station industry has a market size of $140 billion, and there's over 145,000 gas stations across the US. Why don't we just fast forward now a little bit? Let's fast forward to say 2040. How many of those 145,000 gas stations do you think will still be in existence? Only one company is truly vying for that prize. That $140 billion? Well, I think it's pretty obvious to see who wants that and who is going to get it. And frankly, it's absolutely shocking to me that nobody, no industry analysts, no so-called stock experts actually recognize what exactly is going on. Elon Musk has kept his mouth shut on this. And honestly, it's genius. I'm sure you're well aware by now, Tesla is installing superchargers at an incredibly fast rate. However, they pay approximately 1/10 the industry average to install those chargers, and they're about to install hundreds of chargers in a few regional locations, which shows you just how incredibly quickly Tesla is able to ramp their charging installations at locations all over the world. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Welcome to the new subscribers. Great to have you. Welcome back, everyone else. And thank you for subscribing to the channel and supporting the electric vehicle revolution. With more than 35,000 chargers worldwide, Tesla has the largest global fast charging network in the world. It's not even close. Now, the reason it's not even close is I'm sure there's some of you going to say, no, there's this network doing this and this work. Well, yes, that's true. But have you looked at their downtimes? Tesla's network is up about 99% of the time. Their charging network clearly leads the world. One of the key reasons why, I made a video a few months ago showing you that the Texas government actually published the approximate cost of Tesla's chargers, which cost on average 1/10 of what it costs the competition to install fast charging devices. Now, the reason for that is Tesla is obsessed with efficiency. They're obsessed with being able to install or do anything, manufacture anything at a cost that is the lowest in the industry. Now, this is pretty obvious that they do this, right? And I don't think anyone can argue against that, considering they're the, only car company in the world that makes enormous margins on electric cars. No one is even close. Not even remotely in the same stratosphere. They've applied that same thinking, that same methodology to deploying superchargers all around the world. I mean, the reality is there is no car brand that has come even remotely close. And I'm talking, there's no one in the world that's come even in second place. I mean, who's second? Tell me who's second. Please, someone tell me who's second place in the world to Tesla in terms of their charging network rollout. There's no second place. It's just Tesla, and then there's everyone else way, way down here. That's the truth. There's really no other objective way to explain it. And this is one of the key advantages that Tesla clearly has over the competition, right? I've bought a BYD, but I'm very much aware of the fact that the charging network is terrible in comparison to when I own a Tesla, which will be soon, by the way, for those of you, just a little hint there. But my key point here is Tesla does have a big advantage when it comes to rolling these out, because if they're paying 1/10 the cost compared to their competition, then how can you actually compete with that? The other thing worth remembering is that I made a video recently showing you that this supercharging network rollout, this is not just about, right, having the best charging network and having the support there for EVs. So people come in and buy your car, they're confident because they can use your charging network. That's great. It's awesome, right? It's sort of like how Apple has the iPhone network, but it's better. I think it's even better and more important than that. It's also about the other thing, right? It's about selling you more stuff. I mean, if Tesla owns essentially half of the gas stations in America, which is essentially what they're doing, it's just a different way of looking at it. If they own half of them, what can they sell you? They can sell you millions of things, man. They can sell you They can sell you drinks. They can sell you anything you want. They can just put in these news stations that I've seen popping up where they have machines, right? Machines that can make you meals, machines that can sell you tickets to a concert, machines that can sell you any number of things. Tesla essentially becomes like Google, right? Google sells you stuff, or they link you to other people to sell you stuff. And that's what Tesla will be able to do. Now, have a look at these supercharging numbers. For those of you who are not really fully understanding how fast this happens, according to Drive Tesla Canada, there's 4 new supercharger locations that Tesla has just been about to build out. The first of those is in Baker. That's a 56 supercharger expansion of an existing facility. That one, Tesla's spending $4 million on. But 56 superchargers. That is a lot, right? But that's nothing compared to Willows. In Willows, there's a 100 supercharger new facility in Northern California. That costs $6 million. In Barstow, there's a new 100 supercharger facility to supplement existing chargers, $4.5 million. In Coalinga, 164 superchargers at one location. There are already 98 stalls at the Harris Ranch, so this may be an expansion of that facility. So we're talking about 98 plus 164. That's 250 superchargers plugs at one location. That's like having 250 petrol pumps at one location. Now, just those 4 locations, that's a total of about 500 superchargers or about 500 petrol pumps. That's crazy. Imagine 500 cars rocking up and selling products to 500 cars, and they flow through 20 minutes each. They keep on going and going and going, and all day you can sell to these people. Now, obviously, Tesla has opened their network up. Remember, it's not just Teslas anymore that can use the network. It's other cars as well. Now, the thing is, Tesla is doing something different now. They're starting to use these facilities in a way that I don't think people fully understand. All 4 of these new facilities I just mentioned will be supported by a Tesla Megapack lithium iron phosphate battery, which should last for at least 20 years. The number of charging cycles these batteries are now capable of is 3 times more than the old battery packs, meaning Tesla puts in the Megapack battery, it will last for 3 times longer than the old packs, but they're cheaper to Tesla. Lithium iron phosphate cells are significantly cheaper for Tesla to build out. However, these batteries not only will help in smoothing out demand for electric power to all those chargers, but Tesla is also using canopies covered with solar panels at many locations to protect drivers from the sun, one, give them a better experience, but also to charge these storage batteries on site. So Tesla's going to use the sun, get free energy, make money by selling that power to all these car owners, right? And then it'll be able to act as an enormous global electricity network. Now imagine Tesla eventually builds out, say 100,000. They've got more than 35,000. Now they're on track for about 70,000 within the next year or two chargers worldwide. Let's say they have 100,000 of these worldwide and they put a Megapack at all of them. What happens is Tesla becomes one of the biggest global electricity dealers, whether that's selling electricity to cars or to the electricity network worldwide. They can use their own software to buy electricity from the grid when it's cheap and also generate it from the sun, and then send it back into the grid when it's expensive. This strategy is genius, and nobody has picked up on it. Nobody's picked up on the fact that Tesla is installing its own Megapacks with LFP batteries, which will last 3 times longer than their previous batteries, and they're much cheaper for Tesla to install, that they're using to make money off you while providing you with a very, very valuable service, and to make money off the grid. Eventually, not too long from now, those entire networks, those entire gas stations, which are obviously not gas stations, power stations is what they are. These are power stations. Tesla is actually building power stations all over the world, and nobody recognizes it. They're constantly saying Tesla is just a car company. Tell me another car company that has power stations all over the world. There isn't one. Tesla is the only one. Now, yes, NIO is doing something similar, but at a much smaller scale. I made a video about that. I'll put a link in the description below. Now, the thing about this that nobody recognizes is that thanks to the Biden administration, thanks to these new rules being passed recently, what was it, the 20th of August, I believe, the Inflation Reduction Act. There's now a lot more money coming in for Tesla to use to build up more stations to make more money. Genius, right? The US government is interested in getting more EV chargers built in rural locations and has put heaps of money behind that initiative, both as part of President Biden's plan to add 500,000 chargers throughout America, and now as part of the funding provided by the Inflation Reduction Act. Elon Musk recently told the Financial Times, "We've already opened Tesla superchargers to other electric cars in Europe, and we intend to roll that out worldwide. It's trickier in the US because we have a different connector than the rest of the industry, but we will be adding the rest of industry connectors as an option to superchargers in the US. We're trying as best as possible to do the right thing for the advancement of electrification, even if that diminishes our competitive advantage." Does it really diminish their competitive advantage when it helps them build out power stations and make more money from everyone, right? Eventually, everyone will be using Tesla gas stations, which is what I call them, but Tesla power stations all over the world. They'll become ubiquitous. Tesla will be the new Mobil, the new Shell, the new BP. And the funny thing is, the United States government is going to help them do it with this new funding. The arrangement with California, where they're also helping fund Tesla's supercharger expansion network, particularly in rural areas, is just cream on top of the cake. America desperately needs more EVs to support the transition to electric cars. Tesla has the best charging network. Everybody knows it. In the best of all possible worlds, all EV drivers will be able to take advantage of the best charging network available. And Tesla's going to make a lot of money by providing that network to everyone. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. And I'll see you again on the next one. Bye-bye.